If you are a crypto trader in this environment, you are absolutely having a miserable time looking at the charts every single day, myself included. It's been rough, okay? It's been something where I wake up, I do my research, I start trading, and I want to share with you guys good, positive news, but we're not getting it right now. In my lifetime, and yours as well probably, this has been the most pro-favorable crypto ecosystem that we've had. And right now, as it stands for a lot of top cryptos, unfortunately, with all the tariff impact that's being felt right now, this has been a storyline that we've been talking about for way too long, right? We need to move on. We need to start shifting gears and kind of look into kind of the impact that's being felt. And if you guys hold XRP, Solana, Cardano, even Bitcoin, and all of the other top cryptos we talk about on the channel, I wanted to make this video to talk about kind of my thoughts and feelings as it is in regards to what's going on with the overall market, because we need to talk about it. There's been, it's almost like we're trying to force this, okay? You kind of have to let it run its course. I'm going to share with you guys my thoughts and get you on your way. We're going to look at the overall market as well. If you're new here to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe right down below. We do talk crypto each and every single day, and let's get right into it, guys, as we look into kind of what's happening and how this tariff impact will be felt across the board, okay? So as it stems down to it, you have to kind of understand what a tariff is actually intended to do, okay? And essentially what that comes down to is it's a short-term pain for a long-term gain. And that's just kind of how I feel about it. You have to understand, I personally think that Trump is bluffing when it comes down to it. I think that the overall storyline for crypto is very bullish. But right now we have the suppression coming right from the top, and the same entities that have launched us in, hey, we're going to make a strategic, crypto reserve. We're going to do all of this bullish stuff for crypto. We're going to make it essentially profitable to trade, to not just trade, but to originate crypto within the United States. We're going to put all of these conditions in place, and then weeks later, we're going to just strip them dead as we talk about kind of the tariffs, and we start that push to somewhat make America great again, right? But within tariffs, it's going to be felt very, very hard up front. And then the end result is that we will see a little bit of a squeeze. We will see the softening of interest rates, and then money would flow back into treasuries and in this argument, volatile digital assets such as crypto, okay? So that's kind of what the nuts and bolts of it is, but I want to get into some of the more numbers and organic numbers when we talk about it. If we look at the market and you want to talk more so about what we have going on, and guys, if you're watching this, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join us. We do talk crypto every single day, completely free to do so. It just keeps you informed on the day-to-day. But as we look at it right now, you can see the market is just waiting. It's very much unsure if it wants to be bearish or bullish. We were pushing all-time highs just months ago within Bitcoin with all of our cryptos, and then all of a sudden, in just a couple months, stripped of those gains, and now we're trading at levels that we have not seen since dating back to November, December of 2024. Okay, so as it relates to it, right, we talk Cardano, we talk XRP, Solana, all of those cryptos right now are at extreme discounts. You can see them right now on the board on the day, down 3, 4, 5, 6, 7%. This is something where the tariff impact in the macro is more broader than we could ever imagine, okay? And this is kind of where we see this in the momentum in terms of bearish momentum is going to really kind of impact the charts moving forward. I think that right now, I'm personally thinking about buying more Cardano. I'm not going to tell you guys to buy or sell a crypto, but these are cryptos that I'm targeting right now at these discounted prices, because you take all these tariff discussions away, the uncertainty just goes right to nothing, and we go right back to where we were. And that's XRP, Cardano. I think Solana, for that matter, is set up very, very nicely, trading at $106. It's never been there for a long time. If we want to look at those charts, going back over the year, falling from $262, one of the high points of Solana. You could even talk Bitcoin, Ethereum. Ethereum's under 1,500. Bitcoin's at 77.4. I mean, this is just insane what we're talking about when we look at the overall markets in terms of just deep discounts. Now, you have to ask yourselves, is this something where you feel bullish for the long term? If you feel bullish for the long term, then yes, crypto is going to be very enticing, because once we do kind of settle all of this tariff nonsense, and what I mean by that, we will table the talks. Obviously, Trump does not want to start a trade war. If it has to happen, it has to happen. But what is wanting to be done is essentially just getting a fair deal. Okay, so a lot of nations are going to fight back. They're going to negotiate. They're going to find some kind of middle ground, if you will. The only one that really does worry me is China, because they are going to be very aggressive in what they're looking to do. Okay, but in terms of the price analysis, we are teetering on that absolute support level for a lot of crypto. You talk XRP, we're right there, okay? There's hinting at more downside if you look at the TA. There's a lot of indicators that are talking about the RSI in specific. We're very oversold. But this is something where as we look into, you have to ask yourselves, what is your thoughts long term? Because right now, at this lower support band, a lot of these cryptos, we talk Cardano, XRP, Solana, they are right now, this is kind of decision-making mode. We're getting possible retracement up on my trading indicator. We're looking at it more deep. We're seeing that this is the potential for, could this be the bottom? That's where you're going to have to ask yourself, and you're not going to have to time the bottom perfectly, but I do think that once these tariff talks are tabled and we do get kind of a resolution from all this, I think crypto is going to run very, very hard, okay? And that's just my personal thoughts. Leave a comment down below. How do you guys feel? But I've done this for a long time. I've done this before. We've been through global conflicts. We've been through kind of more of the macro that has been plaguing the markets time and time again. And the one thing I'll tell you guys is I remain unfazed by it, okay? I just quit looking at my wallets. I'm stabled up in a lot of things because we did get this indication a while back. And then now from here, guys, we are at levels that present a lot of opportunity, because who would have thought you could have bought Solana at $100? Who would have thought you could have bought XRP ever below $2 ever again? Who would have thought that you could have bought Cardano under $1 at that point, right? We've had a lot of bullish narratives. I think that a lot of whales are kind of sitting on the sidelines as well. But this is something where a lot of cryptos are very oversold. So it's either going to get extremely worse from here, or it's going to be kind of just that short-term pain that has been felt, and then everybody regains flooding the crypto market with capital. And I think that's kind of where we resume where we left off. That's kind of what I'm looking at for XRP. $1.60 is that line for Cardano when we talk about it. That's kind of where you have to look at it, around 60 cents. And then for Solana, I mean, you talk the high 90s, right? 96 is kind of that bottom for me as well when we talk Solana. So that's just kind of some of my insight, some of my numbers that I'm looking for, possibly re-entering the fold for these cryptos. Leave a comment down below. Are you buying in this market? Okay, because what I think right now is going on is incredible. I think that a lot of people did miss the boat when XRP was trading above $3. Talk about all the FOMO that everybody had. We're going to buy XRP. XRP is going to $4, $5, $10. You're hearing it, time and time again, over and over and over. And it's almost sickening to see the prices that we are at right now, because a lot of people got hurt. So that's the only thing that we will do here is keep you informed with the news. I'll tell you guys what I'm doing. I'm waiting, and I possibly will not be waiting long, because I think these are levels that we haven't seen in quite some time. And if you do believe in the bullish narrative for the long haul, they're levels that we won't see pretty much ever again, if you do believe in that. So that's where I'm at. If you guys want to start trading, there is an exchange linked down below in the description for BTCC. Start using that exchange if you want. 14 years plus within the industry, spot and leverage trading available to all clients. Check it out down below. A lot of good things happening with that exchange, promotions and giveaways, contests, all that good stuff. But I appreciate you guys all tuning in. And I'm really curious to hear your guys' comments, because I was talking at a restaurant last night about cryptocurrency, and I kind of keep my mouth shut. I don't really announce what I do, talking every day about crypto, but it is something where I kind of get that pulse, right? We always talk blood in the streets. That's when you should be buying. The reality of it is, guys, is everybody is so scared, so fearful of what's happening with these tariffs, that if this all goes by the wayside and we wake up 2 months from now and there's no tariffs, there's no nothing going on in that regard, I think that the overall market will turn extremely bullish. And that's kind of where, I wouldn't mind buying XRP below $2. I wouldn't mind buying Solana below $100. I wouldn't mind buying Cardano below 60 cents, okay? And that's just how I feel about it. So everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'll never tell you guys to buy or sell a crypto. But I think looking at the overall narrative and kind of what's holding the crypto back right now, it really is kind of an opportunity that you almost kind of have to be pleased at these levels, unless you're planning on selling right now at this very moment in time. Okay. So appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment down below. Let's get this discussion going. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.